In which city did Calvin implement his theocratic government in 16th century Europe? Geneva. According to Diogenes, humans should live like what kind of animal? Like a dog, in harmony with nature. Which great power did Rome fight in the Punic Wars? Carthage. Who was the leader that rebuilt the temple after the Babylonian captivity in ancient Israel? Zerubbabel. What was the revolution in England in which the Bill of Rights limited royal power and strengthened the authority of Parliament? The Glorious Revolution. In which Chinese city did the Tiananmen incident occur? Beijing. Before launching his eastern campaigns, which kingdom did Alexander the Great rule? The Kingdom of Macedonia. What was the event in 1789 when women in Paris marched to demand bread called? The Women's March on Versailles. What kind of competition formed the background to World War I? An arms race and competition for colonies. Which Portuguese prince helped lead the Age of Discovery? Prince Henry the Navigator. In ancient Athens, which social group was responsible for labor and domestic work? Slaves. What was the first battle that Crown Prince Alexander personally commanded? The Battle of Chaeronea. What problems would arise if an ancient king frequently changed the laws? Confusion among the people. As the Renaissance spread to other regions, which cities became major centers of its development? Rome, Venice and Milan. What is the representative Islamic architectural monument built by the Mughal Empire in India? The Taj Mahal. What was the 1917 British declaration supporting the establishment of a Jewish national home called? Balfour Declaration. What did Caesar say when he was assassinated in the Senate and saw the betrayal of his friend Brutus? You too, Brutus? In which year was the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, founded? Year 1949. Which king during the Renaissance brought the Mona Lisa to France? Francis I. What was the political system of medieval Europe called? Feudalism. What landholding system became the basic unit of feudal society in medieval Europe? Manorial estate system. Who were the three major philosophers who led the golden age of ancient Greek philosophy? Socrates, Plato and Aristotle. In the Roman Republic, which political body represented the aristocratic class? The Senate. In ancient Greece, what was the public square where citizens gathered for political and commercial activities? The Agora. In the Four Symbols tradition, what is the animal that guards the north, depicted as a combination of a turtle and a snake, called? Xuanwu. What was the first Japanese city on which an atomic bomb was dropped at the end of World War II? Hiroshima. Which king in the Persian Empire organized an extensive tax system? Darius I. What was the greatest historical legacy left by Alexander the Great? The spread of Hellenistic culture. In which year did Cambyses II die? Year 522 BC. What is the name of the U.S. stock market crash in 1929 that triggered the Great Depression? Wall Street crash. Which explorer was the first European to sight the Pacific Ocean? Balboa. What problems did workers face after machines were introduced? Harsh and poor working conditions. In ancient Persia, what was used to transmit the king's orders quickly? The royal road and a courier system. What type of artwork from ancient Cretan civilization is characterized by women's elaborate clothing and striking poses? Statues of the snake goddess. After Caesar's assassination, which three men formed the Second Triumvirate? Octavian, Antony and Lepidus. In which battle in India did Alexander the Great have to cross a great river? The Battle of Hydaspes. What is the name of the famous Eastern Roman Church whose name means, Holy Wisdom? Hagia Sophia Cathedral. Why did the teachings of Confucius maintain their influence for such a long time? Because they emphasized a moral-centered education. Which English scientist discovered the law of universal gravitation and founded calculus? Isaac Newton. What was the script of the ancient seafaring Phoenician people, known as the origin of the alphabet, called? Phoenician script. Thank you for watching until the end. We'd love to hear your feedback and historical insights in the comments. Your support helps us create even more history quizzes. Let's keep exploring together.